All right. Unpopular opinion. You dislike pumpkin pie. I am just starting Appa. You bet. Oh my gosh, Appa, how did the rest of your sequel go? And just so you know, I'm never like ragey. Like I'm just trying to like explain what I mean. And if you're not reading it like in the exact moment, I can't even blame you because like context switch is like so hard, right? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if I was like throwing you off. How did it go? Riot. Sag. Good luck tomorrow, regardless. Good luck tomorrow. And they shouldn't be asking you like on the fly coding questions anyway, in my opinion. I don't ever find those really help in weeding out a good developer from a bad one anyway. So they shouldn't. Okay, me too. Oh my gosh, it's downstairs. I took that photo for Insta, and I'm like, yay, I'll do a story. We'll try a story. Totally left it downstairs on the table. Boo. Okay, I'm going to go get it, though. Let's do this. I'm going to go get a glass of water. And actually, a heavy grail. It is glasses on or off. My glasses are also downstairs. Appa, I'm going to get my glasses, and I'm going to get my my heavy grail. Heavy? No, holy grail. Bye. You can keep that nasty pumpkin pie. I'll take my Haagen-Dazs white chocolate raspberry truffle ice cream. Oh my gosh. Haagen-Dazs white chocolate raspberry truffle ice cream is the best. Okay, Appa's please holding, everyone. Give me a second. I will be right back. Please hold. Please hold. My bad. Okay. So, a few things. First of all, we definitely have to do a sound test from before. So, we'll do that. And the glasses are now on. Kent Clark mode activated. Rainy day. K. Voodoo. What do you think? Honestly. It's so good, man. That ice cream sounds like heartburn. Nice. Yeah, this is rainy day. This is rainy day on my black F1. Dude, Voodoo, I agree. Like, I am feeling every part of this. Like, the blue, it feels like it's coming. It could just be the light. Let's see. I'm trying to decide. Yeah, it's the reflectivity that's doing it. This is almost looking a little more like icy blue in cam, but in real life it's like bluey green. I don't know. But it generally looks almost like the camera's picking it up pretty well. So this is pretty good. Okay, we'll move this out of the way for a second. We're gonna do our pre-build type test. Okay. So okay, plugging it in. Is this a rebuild? Mango, this is going to be a transplant. So we're taking or as Sinvec would say, this is a travesty because we're gonna be taking it out of our default enclosure for the Type S and putting it inside of our Heavy Grail from Norbauer. We get it from here. Oops. Norbauer.com. I think ruined. Yeah, Sinbek, I just said that. I just said you would say that. No, it's shop.norbauer.com. There, that's right. Is this going in the white case? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I believe that's right. Yes, it is. Okay. Perfect. Okay, so let's do a type test. So we get this forever frozen. I knew you were gonna. It's funny. Sinbek, were you here? Did you hear me say it? I'm like, or Sinbek would say, a travesty, because we're about to ruin it. Okay. I just missed it now. Type S. This is actually, if you ! build Pinyin, I think it says everything in the build command, but we are transplanting a Pro 3 hybrid Type S into, okay, good, Sinbek, into the Heavy Grail. I doubt it will be simple with him. Yeah, like, yes, Warthog, totally. We'll see. Okay. Let's bring this over. I'm not sure why this seems to always change shape on this view for some reason. I must have, like, copied it or something. Something about it is funny. Let's just tuck this in to here. Only Acura's coming to Type S posers. Oh, there you go. Dark mode off to a good start. I like the blue, but if you see green, it's a hard pass for me. Yeah, it is a blue, but there is like a green tinge to it. So, in my opinion, all right, let's give this a shot. So we're gonna hit pause on the music, and we'll bring the mic in close. Let's see. Tell me if you guys can still hear this. Yeah? All right. So this is the HHKB Professional 3 Type S hybrid. These are 45 gram domes, and they are silenced, and the rails have been lubed with Krytox 205 grade 0, and the wires on the stabs have BDZ on them already. So let's give it a go. Oops. All right, let's try one more time. All right, there we go. So single chip is cool too, but I'd like a slightly lighter blue. This was a really good mix for me of not having to get a combination of Rainy Day, Moto Light, and Dolce. So I was like, perfect. There we go. Let's see. Yeah, aren't they all hyped? Oh, that's like Acura's. Voodoo Bear says thonk. And then dark mode, are just being a troll and toxic. I'm a JDMJ domestic lover to the bone. There you go. Is that dark magic girl theme on Monkey? Oh, I don't know. It's called 80s After Dark. P-Knuckles. That's what we've got. It usually matches the lights. Maybe I got the wrong color on the background. Let's see. There we go. Ish. Yeah, it's like It's kind of. I should have got some more water and I didn't because I can feel I'm already going to be thirsty. All right, let's bring up the music. We're gonna have nothing but time tonight to get more water because there's a fair bit of. Oh, is this going to be connected? 1 second. Yeah, it is. 1 second. Before I start breaking stuff. It paired as soon as it got power. So let's take out the batteries. Boom. We're not going to need you guys anymore. Okay. Yo, KC, what's up? Mr. Andrew, hello, hello. Okay, we've definitely opened this before. Now the question is... Oh, yes, 1, 2, 3. Is that right? That's right. I forgot where the other screw was. Okay, I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I've been looking forward to this night for a little while, I gotta tell you. All right, so what do we got? Philips? Yes. I've been looking forward to this for a little while. I took this apart once before to mod it, but not... No, I don't think this screw is going to be used again, but I'm just going to keep everything just in case. Glasses on? Yes, please. There you go. Tim, how are you, man? I haven't had a chance to check out the VOD yet. How is the rest of the build, my friend? Infinite Nacho, hello, hello. Time for morning beers? Sure. Just get Tim fully drunk. Do you guys have a holiday today too, Tim? Have a quick lunch? Okay. Because it's Victoria Day here, and as you said last night, as a fellow member of the Commonwealth, right? Let's see how this opens. Just stopping by while eating. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. So yeah, we've got this insanely fragile daughter board here. So I'm doing this from the side because if I did it from the top, you almost wouldn't see anything. Okay, there we go. Came out relatively nicely. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, we also need to take the daughter board out. How many in chat, is this picture... Is this a more accurate picture of Rainy Day? Let me check, Knuckles. No, it's not. That is very green. It's not that green at all. That is inaccurate, I would say. Oh, hang on. Let me bring it on my good monitor. Yeah, no, inaccurate. Yeah, I know it's very, very green in that picture, and I would say that is not how it appears IRL, as the kids say. Have you received Rainy Day? Tim, I did. It's actually on this board right here. And this camera, so like, yeah, it looks very minty. That is, I would say, color accurate. I would say this camera, the side camera, is extremely color accurate. So whatever you're seeing here, hang on a sec, everybody. This is what it looks like. Not sure if that's going to focus on or not, but there you go. Nice. It is. Oh man, it is quite nice indeed. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just make sure I keep the screws sort of in order. So the right hand side are the first ones that we took out, and then we're going to move inward from there. Okay, now this daughter board, it appears as though we've got an antenna. Oh, and the battery and everything like that. Okay. So in this particular case, I'm going to disconnect the battery from Tim, am I happy with it? Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to disconnect the battery here, but I'm going to leave these terminals and the little connector here in the case because I don't think this gets transplanted over, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, now this has a shield on it, which is good to see. I imagine this will go into the bottom housing like so. And yeah, should be good. Should be good. Okay, so we've managed to remove that. Feeling comfy there. Cosmic Adam says, hey there, hope the stream's been going good. You know what, man? It's been going fantastic. We just started. I am going to need to go and get some water right away. But in the meantime, yeah, we're going good. Okay, let's take the keycaps off. Take the keycaps off. There we go. So how did you guys spend your weekend? I just told you I was like working like a bit of a mad person. Let's take the F1. Let's put it away. Right over here. Put it in the background there. On one of my custom printed, custom niches, custom stands. Which actually I have to tell you guys, I really, really like the angle and the stability of the wide stand. So yeah, strongly recommend. I am on the custom niches bandwagon now. Infinite says, I spent it trying to avoid sunburn and heat stroke. My goodness. Infinite, what part of the world are you from? I can't remember. I totally apologize. Linear Click says, I've been learning how to solder. Hey! Nice, nice. Very good, very good. How has it been going? How has the learning been going? And what have you been practicing on, Linear? I spent it mitigating flooding. Oh, that is very stressful, Sinvek. How are you, man? Dude, I feel you. I feel you with mitigating flooding, my friend. I understand. I understand how frustrating that can be. East Coast, U.S., extremely hot here. Okay, yeah, yep. Mine's been good. Went browsing for new cars. Report there are still things more expensive than keeps. Yeah, Cosmic. No kidding. No kidding, indeed. That is something I have not done in a little while. I think it's been, I don't know, I haven't got a new car in over 4 years, I guess. I don't drive a lot, so I took the bus a fair bit when I was working downtown, just because parking was kind of a pain in the butt. Do any of you guys take public transit? Is that a thing? I don't know. Turtle Cat says, I also finished my first solder board this weekend. Nice. Also, meaning that Turtle Cat is kind of right in there with Linear Click. I'm hoping to be good enough to solder a frog. Did you get one of the burgundy frogs, Linear? Did anyone else go in on that, actually? Oh my goodness. The flooding stopped late yesterday and my carpets are getting close to dry, but the property manager won't send someone out? Sinvek, what is going on? That is surprising. You got a black one. Nicely done, dude. Very well done. There were like 200 of those. Nice. Warthog says, a friend of mine has a 7... Oh, you guys are still talking about cars, something I am completely ignorant about. Timito is congratulating. Got a black one, yeah. Was it from rain or a pipe burst? That's true, Infinite. Syntac, how did the flooding happen? If you're in an apartment, I imagine you wouldn't be... it wouldn't be flooding from, like, groundwater. Is that right? Or am I totally wrong? Congrats to everyone who got a frog. Agreed. Tim, did you go in on that? Did you get a frog? We got another heavy grail? No, this is only the first one. This is the first one. We just have never built it yet, Eve. So this is the grail that we received and unboxed, but never built. I've kind of had a few commissions coming in, and I've been putting this one off till I was going to be able to sort of devote an entire stream to it. When I'd have, like, full attention and all that kind of good stuff. Not yet, maybe in the future. What are these switches? Good question. Keep the These are what are called Topper switches. And now Voodoo will say Bopra or something like that. But they are Topper switches. So they're an electrocapacitive switch. And you will see, if you stick around for maybe the next 20, you're going to see the whole mechanism in action as we disassemble this entire board. So the interesting thing about the HHKB, there's a fair bit of like crumbs in here too. The interesting thing about the HHKB, there he is. The interesting thing about the HHKB in general is that the switch plate, this is a bit unique to this particular keyboard, but the switch plate is integrated into the top housing. Yo, Lauren, how's it going, man? 27, jeez, that was a big raid. How's it going? How was it? It's Sunday. It's Sunday. Welcome, Raiders. Can we get a huge shout out for Code Coffee Code? What was the stream today? Yo, wasabi. Yo. What were you doing today, CCC? What was up? You know what? I didn't watch any Twitch today at all. Like, normally I would say Sunday is a big Twitch day for me because normally I'm in the shop and I'm watching you right before my stream because I'm in the shop building cables most of Sunday. But today I was in the shop reassembling the shop. So we totally took apart the... she showed us the keycap set we all secretly want? What is it? Hubby build of a Mode 65? Okay. Has he tried it yet? And did he like it? I did? Yeah, I'm like, you did? What is it? Agreed. Do tell, indeed. Also, welcome, Raiders. Hang on a sec. Let me say hello. Welcome, Raiders. For those of you that don't know, my name's Gio. And I do keyboard content on Fridays and Sundays. And I do other stuff on Tuesdays. Lately, we've been into Gunpla, so we've been building some Gunpla. But I'm hoping... Oh, hang on a sec. Let me show you something. But I'm hoping to get into some gaming at some point in the near future. I just haven't yet. Okay, so I was going to say, when you take the space bar off of a Topper board, there's this little spring under the space bar. It gives you an extra little push back. Don't lose that. Keep that somewhere safe, okay? Here we are. All the switches are off. Yes, we went with the isolated top mount. Good choice. With T1s, also a good choice. And SA Godspeed. Yo. Nice job. Cosmic Adam TV says, I've been practicing a bit more of my patinas this weekend. Thank you for your support on the red patina board. I posted. Dude. It did look good, though, man. Like, it looked really good, dude. Really good. Like, yeah. I was super, super impressed. Are you in Canada, Cosmic? Actually? You and I maybe should have a chat. So, yes, we went with the isolated top mount, the T1s, and SA Godspeed. Love a good SA set. Here's a question for you guys. Does profile matter a lot to you? Like, for example, do you find... Well, let me say two things. Let's take it from two perspectives. Profile from, let's say, a feel perspective and typing, does it matter a lot to you? And then on the other side, stylistically, does it matter a lot? From a feel perspective, I don't feel much different about one profile than another in terms of my typing speed. I do have preferences, but I don't feel like it impacts me all that much. But from a looks perspective, the thing I really like about SA are the center printed legends. That always looks kind of nice to me, in my opinion. So I'm interested in hearing about you. Anyways, for any of the Raiders that don't know, typically I do my own builds and some commissions and all that kind of good stuff. Those are also open if you're interested. A few cool boards coming in the next little bit. We've got an F1 coming in, I believe, Space 80. Do some more Keychron stuff because I've got some more kind of in hand already. And yeah, there'll be some other good things coming up. So Throw me a follow if you have a second. And we're giving away keyboards, keycaps, cables, all kinds of good stuff when we hit 1,000. So there we go. It's a quick shill. Let's catch up on what you guys are saying. Profile seems to matter to me, and typing too. Yes. Okay. Warthog says profile doesn't matter much to me if I like how it feels. On one board, I have an ASA profile and a cherry one, and both are nice. Yeah. So Warthog, I'm kind of with you on that. Eve says, personally, I find higher profiles are good for tactiles and lower for linears. Interesting, Eve. I don't know that I would have identified that. Code says, stylistically, I think it matters a lot. And unfortunately, things like font style, size, and placement vary by profile. Isn't that so true? Isn't that so true? Like, wouldn't it be fun to get like a center printed cherry, right? But I suppose that would take a new mold, wouldn't it? Because for double shot ABS, you'd have to have a different mold to allow for the characters to be printed in a different spot. So it's like interesting, right? Cosmic Adam says, nope, TX right now. I'd be totally down to Chapatina. Oh, Texas. I see Chapatina. Dude, I'm in. Let's talk about it. We should definitely talk about it. It is trickier cross-border, but we should still talk about it. Code Coffee Code. For typing, I honestly could do either. I feel like, yeah. Okay, yeah, agreed. So it's sort of in the same boat as me. Like for typing, it doesn't really impact my typing all that much. I use an SA board. My SA board I guess it's not SA, it's MT3. Where is it? This one. My KBD Fan 67 Lite, I actually use this in the shop, and it's got MT3 Camillo on it. And I'd say my fastest typing tests are always on this board when I'm testing cables. It's like, so I don't know, but I do prefer the feel of like Cherry or like the PBT stuff that comes with Topra. But it never fails that my typing tests are always the fastest on that MT3 set. Sloppy Jaconda says, I prefer MT3, but I'm done buying from drops. I'll stick with SA. Yeah, dude. Totally feel that. Wait, who gave it? We just had a follow. I totally missed it when I looked away. Trev Trich, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Appreciate that. Infinite says he thinks that MT3, or they think MT3 helps with accuracy, which helps speed. Interesting. Because of the cup tops, you think, Infinite? And Lauren agrees, says she types fastest on MT3. Interesting. Yeah, it's funny because I don't know that like I prefer it, but I definitely type fastest on MT3. Like almost every time. Also, I don't know if Code Coffee Code mentioned it, but I like the board a lot. Which one? Hey, Juan, sup? How's it going, man? How are you? We're just taking out one of the 17 screws that we get with, the HHKB. Oh, is that? I did not know that. Slavi Jaconda is the hubby. Okay, welcome both of you. That's hilarious. Sloppy, I'm pretty sure, like, I've seen you in other streams and stuff too. Is that not true? I 100% did not know that. That's hilarious. Okay, so here's a bit of a thing with sometimes if you haven't really mucked around with the springs and domes and all that kind of stuff, then sometimes they won't come off when you take the board off. So now the trick is going to be, can I get these to come off without... Here, let's see. Let's see if I can put this back on. Can I kind of agitate this enough to get them to come off? Here's a question. No, they are not coming off. Okay. Well then, in that case, we're going to have a bit of a time here. It was great looking. Glad you liked it. I was in that stream. Yeah. That's amazing. That's hilarious. Lady Dispatch does not watch a lot of Twitch for sure. So oops. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to try to take these off. I'm going to try to peel these off such that everything is in the same order it was when it was on the board. And I'm not sure how well I'll be able to do that, but I'm going to try my best. And this is for sure going to be the messiest part of the entire process. I would say, because everything else I've done before, but not this. So let's see if I take these off. Okay. You guys can enjoy my suffering here. And hopefully keep track of any springs, because I didn't even see this one until just now. So you're going to have to help me keep track of these if they go flying everywhere. Okay. I'm going to do my best to try to keep these in the same order off the board as they were on the board, if possible. Then I don't have to figure out this like puzzle of like what order they go in again, right? What do you think? Okay, so these are all the tops. And I'm not sure if I'm putting these in a place that actually is intelligent or very unintelligent based on kind of where they're going to go. Whoops. However, we'll figure that out. Warthog, thank you so much for the cheers, man. For the bits? For the biddies? Thank you. Sorry, I was like deaf focusing there. I stopped paying attention to you guys altogether. Oh, the cone thingies. I see. Yeah, these are conical shaped springs, which is like kind of half of the magic of the what's wrong with just peeling it off? Nothing generally, but they do come in a particular order, and they like kind of have to be put back in that order a little bit. So this way, at the least, I'll be able to not have to figure out sort of the very sort of particular, ins and outs of the sequence of these, right? Like it's sort of, I can kind of match it up to the board and then just remember that it's kind of inverted, So I'll do my best here, but no promises. This is actually my first time intentionally removing all of the domes and springs from a Topper board. Usually I try to have them not come off, because it's a bit of a pain in the butt to center them up again. My experience you'll figure out pretty quickly. I was more concerned with the domes falling off the PCB or the conical springs doubling up and going missing. Okay. Penguin, have you built a heavy grail? Yep. Or just HHKB modding in general? I've modded a few Topper boards, but usually I try not to mess around with the domes. Mostly for what Penguin was talking about. Either having to chase them, find them again, or whatever, right? Okay. Well, initially no one had it. Then Glory's considered the community reality games, and they dropped it. Wait, which one is this? Coda? Oh, Holy Panda X. I see. Are you going to be lubing the PCB rails and springs? I am going to be lubing. I'm not going to lube the PCB, but I am going to lube the switch plate, I believe. Now, Norbauer specifically says you don't need to lube the switch plate, but I'm kind of like, I think I'm going to do it anyway. I probably, because the sliders have been lubed once before, I think what I'll probably do is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh, this is an interesting way that I've done it here. Oh my gosh. Why? CCC, what is going on? Why are you gifting 5 subs? What in the world? This one goes on this side based on the way I've been doing it. What is up? Thank you so much. Get out of here and hunt some food. Have some subs? Dude, thank you so much. Crazy you. Okay. Everybody, give a massive shout out to CCC. If you came from that channel, you're already following. If you didn't and you haven't followed, please go show some love and affection and give her a follow. Please. Fellow community member, keyboard builder, and IC reviewer extraordinaire, Code Coffee Code. Boom. I'm an independent lady and I do what I want. Okay, I'm so sorry. That's why you gifted the subs. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for the gifted. Oh my gosh, Tim waiting for the gifted sub. Imagine. Remind me to cancel my subscription to Tomato. I mean, just kidding, Tim. Just kidding. Yeah, right? Yeah, definitely good times on Sunday. Absolutely. Demo says, thank you so much for the gifted. All of you guys, yes, such good manners. Thanks, everybody. And especially thanks to CCC. Okay. Okay, this one. This one. Okie dokie. I just am trying not to lose springs or domes or anything. Then I'll be back to paying attention, I promise. 1, 2, these are the last 3 now. 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now we had a quick question. What? LOL. You heard me. You heard me, Tim. So you will notice that these are now. Keeb Nui was talking about a little bit about how do these work and what's the mechanism. So on the PCB, to drink with me and see if he can hang. Good idea, Warthog. So the PCB basically has these pads which are sensitive to or basically measure capacitance. And as the spring is compressed, now of course we have these domes upside down, but as the spring is compressed, the capacitance of the coil increases, and then the pads are able to detect whether or not there is basically whether or not the switch is above or below a certain threshold, which triggers the actuation of the switch. And the dome, along with the spring, pushes the sliders back up. So they're in here. You'll notice that they're all sort of moving a bit slowly because they've got lube on them. Maybe the lube on the rails is probably enough. Should we try just going without lube? Let's try going without lube. Imagine having to watch ads before watching Geo. Can't remember that life. I'm in the elite now. Oh my gosh, Mises. Actually, come to think of it, that actually I'm not sure if that makes Tim more of a fan or less. I'm not even sure. Okay, so PCB is now ready to go. Interesting. Now we got to pop out all of our. Okay, let's do this. Let's move the iFixit kit just a smidge. There are so many pieces to this. We're going to move the springs out of the way. Move the springs out of the way. And now here, as I do this, here's the question. Am I going to end up regretting my life choices in rearranging this setup here? Let's see. Feels like so far no. Oh, maybe yes. So far no, and then immediately spilling springs. Let's see if we can get ourselves some more room on the desk, though, because we're going to need some extra space if we're going to pop out the sliders. Okay, so next up is moving these sliders around. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. We've got chill vibes. We'll be able to take care of it. It's all good. Boom. Boom. Okay. There we go. So I think for those of you that were asking the other day, I did look into, I finally looked into what's going to be involved for headphone cables. Looking extremely feasible. I think I messed this up. I just need to figure out where to get some good wire. That's the only thing. Okay, so there's 2 in this row. It's the wire that I just want to make sure we get something acceptable. So if anyone has any suggestions, let me know. Wow, wow, wow. Let's try without lube. Careful with those Toper springs. I know, Penguin. That's why I'm like being very, very gentle. Swapping things over, you shouldn't need to lube it. So, Warthog, the only thing is that the rails in this plate were previously lubed. And the rails on the new plate, will not be lubed. So I'm just going to take a quick peek here. We have this desk mat, but I don't want to get it covered in either BDZ or 205. So I'm just going to move some stuff out of the way for just a moment. Oh, let me get my soldering mat. Actually, I'm going to quickly grab soldering mat and some water. I'll be right back. Is that like a 3.5 millimeter jack to connect headphones that can be wireless and wired? Hang on a sec. What are you talking about? Warthog? Wow. How would that work? Tim, I'm lost on your comment. We're going to be making certain like IEMs or headphones use different connectors. So like, there's like 2-pin or 4-pin or MMCX or whatever, and there's different connections that actually go into the end of the headphones themselves. So, like for example, these headphones have this type of a connector in them. Right? So 2 pins, and they plug into the headphone like so. Okay? Are you going to be doing IEM cables or like big Audis cables? I'm hoping to do basically anything, but we're going to start with IEM cables to start. I just need to get myself, like I said, some quality wire, because it all kind of starts with the wire, right? Hey, by accelerationism, how's it going, man? I'm good. We're in the middle of taking apart the Norbaforce, the Heavy Grail. So let's bring this out. I'm going to leave you guys with the enclosure on screen. I can get it to actually release from the case. Oh, maybe not. Oh, stream's over. Can't get the case out. Okay, here we go. So this eventually will be... So there's the switch plate. This gasket, apparently, is just you peel it off. This is to assist with some of the feeling of mounting the PCB inside the new enclosure. And we'll have to take the housing apart. Okay, so I'm going to leave this like so. There we go. Okay, should be able to get that in no problem. Take this apart in just a second. I'm going to grab some water, and I'll be right back. Oh, that's why I thought it was another Grail case. Now, here we go. Here's the case. All right. So this switch plate, we were asking about lubing. This switch plate is new. It has not been lubed. This switch plate, as we said, is integrated into the top housing of the board. So in this particular case, we have these sliders, which have some lube on them, I would imagine, because they've been abrasing against the housing. And I feel like that's probably going to be enough. So the reason for getting the white case in particular is because both of my Norbauer boards will now be white with black plates and black switches. So we'll have an opportunity to take some photos with both of our Norbauer boards now, kind of set up exactly the same, which is going to be sweet. Okay. All right. Time to get water. I'll be right back. Maybe another coffee. I was going to get coffee, but the machine was all upset about it. So never mind. Machines with attitude. So I'm just using an old pair of Jabra wireless buds. Okay. Just whale things. Get out of here. Norbauer powder coating, so good. This is very clean, I would say. So, and which is also interesting because there were some vocal sort of naysayers with regards to the quality of the finish on the board, but I don't know. It's feeling pretty good to me. Baby Tater, yo, how's it going, man? How's it going? For a corded connection would depends on the set you're wanting to use. My Marshall's Monitor 2s are Bluetooth. Can be wired with 3.5 and inline mic. My Audio Technicas are wired and they are 3.6. But have a special connector for the boom mic with them. There you go. How much does it weigh? I'm going to need to get my scale, but I can do that. Do I read any of the cable reviews on Audio Science Review? I have been reading more audio reviews of cables. It feels a little bit mixed in terms of people actually caring about the quality of one cable versus another. So I'd say a few particular persons. Agreed, Penguin. Yes, agreed. But mine looks impeccable. I would say, honestly, my Norba Force was also equally impeccable. Good and bad. Went to prom yesterday and had senior ditch day on Friday, which was fun, but I'm sick now, which isn't great. Oh, that's not good. Unfortunate. So Nacho, one of the problems, I guess, one of the things that I'm going for, I guess, with regards to my approach to audio cable making is the customization of connector types and angles and all that kind of stuff, along with the sleeving, is sort of where I think the magic will lie. And then for me, I just need to make sure that I'm over the line on a decent signal. So that's why we kind of started with some of the top end wire we could source more easily in that Mogami gold. And yeah, we'll kind of take it from there. I think as long as we're not like crappy, then we're way past good enough. And then the customizability and the aesthetic is going to be where the rest of the appeal comes from. Similar to keyboard cables. That's where my head is at least. If I'm way off the mark or that doesn't make sense, then if anyone in the chat is an audiophile, I would love to hear your opinion on that. No, and I'm not placating. That's legit. I would honestly love to hear your opinion if I'm saying nonsense. I've had a few different sets, and I do have some IEMs on the cheap that are good as well. I am a budget guy for some stuff. There you go. Yeah, the focus should be to ensure that the cable won't color the... Exactly. Is sort of... Penguin, that's kind of what I'm thinking, right? Like, as long as we're over the line on, like, it sounds okay, or, like, good, let's say, then I'm a little bit less worried about the... sort of any of the tonality or, you know, some of that minutia that I tell you the truth, I won't be able to hear. But I am going to get them sent out for review by a few people who would be considered experts. And I'm doing the same thing with our patch cables and XLR cables and stuff too. So, yes, Infinite Nacho. Yes. And those are ready now. I just haven't put them on the site because I'm waiting for a few more photos, which I expect to be done in the coming week because I have 3 builds already scheduled. Warthog, I imagine yes. The only challenge to that is going to be whether or not I can actually source the mic. That will be the thing. Sonicorp, hello. Okay, we can put this housing off to the side for now. Now this is going to be interesting because here's where the daughter board actually fits in, right? This is going to be an interesting point where this is where the daughter board actually fits in like so. And it feels to me like it's proper, and yet at the same time, one of these connections is not is not necessarily, it's like not in the cutout or something. You know? That's interesting. It's probably good because it's just a JST connector, but we'll have to see how that goes in a second. Amir of Audio Science Review would be a good reviewer for your audio cable since he reviews empirically. Penguin, that's a good thing. Yo, this guy, how's it going, Dave? Send them to Amir at Audio Science. Example of one he just did, including response from Belden regarding membership. Oh, cool. This guy. You guys going back and forth. Look at that. It's a love-in. Okay. So I think actually we need the box of goodies. Let's get that. So the plate, I believe, was supposed to come with a bit of with some screws and a file, but I don't know if it did yet. So let's just see if I put it in here. If I put everything together, right? Okay, I did. Screws in the file right there. That's for the plate. Then we've also got a bunch of screws here for the daughter board. Then we've got the feet and a hex key to put everything together. Cool. Okay. I actually don't know what this is. Does anyone know what this is? Headbands? Hydrate? You got it. Dave, you got it. Let's take a quick peek together. And of course, now I don't have a keyboard hooked up. So, nor anything readily available. No keyboards. Okay. Let's see. This one. Who needs a keyboard when I've got it in my history? Okay, so let's do this. 1, 2, 3, and let's do some shared viewing with Mr. Ryan Norbauer.
Here to explain the assembly of my final Topra keyboard project, the Heavy Grail. Many thanks incidentally to the hundreds of enthusiasts who supported this project.
I just want to see where his...
As of this recording, we have just over 100...
Here. Where's this?
Signature and some cute little stamp.
I just want to see when he unboxes some stuff. Hey, how's it going? How is it going, Virulent Wave Gaming? Okay, can we please get a shout out for Virulent Wave? No, not Gummy O-Ring Sonic. It's not. Seba! Can we get a shout out for both Seba and V-Dubs?
You can close the box and store it with the fully assembled keyboard inside. Okay. Here's the Heavy Grail housing itself. Inside of it will come the switch plate gasket.
Let's see.
And you just pull off the gasket from this insert. Inside of the housing, attached to the rear cover.
Here.
I'm not the world's most fastidious person when it comes to opening packaging, so I always mess it up as I go.
Okay, you just took those things out.
These are the rubber bumpers that go on the bottom, so now is actually a perfectly fine time to apply those. We include some extra countersink screws that hold the rear cover plate onto the housing in case yours get lost, damaged, or stripped. And there are these flange-headed screws, which the purpose of which is to fasten the breakout PCB onto the rear cover plate, which I'll demonstrate later. I always include an extra screw or two, so don't worry when you have extras. There are also these little washer-like looking things, which are actually shims. For use on the breakout PCB in the event that yours is sits a little bit too low. This allows you to adjust the height, and I'll explain that a little bit more. The time has now come to install the plate into the housing. Well, first we're going to...
Did not even remotely cover what was up with those, like, 80s headbands things, right? Nothing to do with it. Yo, Skinks, how's it going? Shout out to Little Skinks as well. Guy just bought, like, I don't know, 40 sets of Gunpla. He's going to be doing them all on stream. Crazy. Okay. Feet inserted. Push-ups. Let's do it. Push-ups. They're to keep the box closed. Oh, get out. Are you serious? Poo-poo. Thank you so much. And that's like the first time I've ever said that. Poo-poo, thank you so much. What? Anyways, that Gunpla though, agreed. Okay, we gave Dave his thing. Now we're gonna give Skinks his push-ups. Jiren said boo boo. He did. He did indeed. Okay. There's the push-ups. Let's do it. Here we go. Okay. 20. 20. Poo poo, thank you so much. Gio, every time he leaves the bathroom. Yes. There for closing the box. Okay, perfect. Good. Good. Okay. Okay. A stretch for 400. I will take it. Okay. Anyone can be considered his kid. Wait, Monday? Wait, hang on. I missed it. So that's the time for lunch. Okay. Same age. Okay, I see. Gotcha. Okay. These are for closing the box. Excellent. Okay. So, what was the verdict? Are we going to try to lube these or no? Let's pop some of these out. I'll pop a few of these sliders out and just get a feel for what they look like. Hang on. Just want to get a feel for what they look like. Let's see. I'd say lube. The tolerance in some openings can be scratchy. Okay, so we're just going full tilt then. In that case, if Penguin has already done it, let's just take their advice and lube this up. Okay, if that's the case. Oh, hang on a sec. I need to go get my my mat, my AH mat. Okay, we're on the lubing step. Let's do that. Be right back. Nothing like being unprepared. At least I knew where it was. Okay. Just don't want to get anything on the mech mat just yet. It's too new. Okay. The keyboard is not at the desk at the moment. I like it unlubed for the HHKB shuff sound. True, but my the HHKB is already currently lubed. It was just whether or not we were gonna add a little bit here to the sliders. Agree. The man is expert in audio. I do believe there's probably things missing from his measurements that will be discovered, but audio cable marketing is full of BS. Don't pay thousands of dollars for a USB cable from your source to DAC. Yeah, that's just not how data works. Like, unfortunately. Hey, thanks, by accelerationism. Thank you. Oh, cheers, man. Cheers. Head out. Have a good night. Appreciate the follow. Thank you so much. Okay. Let's get ourselves a brush. Okay, and now get ourselves question now will be, where did I put my 205? Is it under something? I feel like it shouldn't be. One sec. It was on my shelf here. I can't seem to see it. That's annoying. I found that super annoying. Here's a question for those of you that stream. When you're streaming and you can't find something, do you have like this moment of like, oh my gosh, everything's ruined about my stream? What is happening? And then you kind of like calm yourself down, because I have that all the time. I'm like, everyone's so disappointed. I have that. Penguin says there was this one hi-fi thread talking about some custom HDMI cable and their effect on sound reproduction, and they were really shitting on measurements and detractors. Really? Interesting. The biggest thing for audio is the shielding. Agreed. Yeah, Warthog, that's what I'm thinking too, right? And that's why most of the cable that I'm looking for has really good shielding built in. And I'm still looking on the shelf for where the heck I put my